Give me 1 second and we can get going here. How's that? No, not quite there. Okay, that seems all right. Let's adjust this one. Cool. All right, now we can go live on the other two. Let's do this. All right, cool. We're live. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another self-haircut tutorial. Today, I'm going to be doing a textured crew cut with a burst fade on the sides and back. So I kind of already have a little bit of an outlay currently because I did something like this 2 weeks ago. So I've got a little bit of bulk toward the back, which is exactly what I'm looking for a nice burst fade. So today we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So I hope you guys enjoy and learn a lot in today's live tutorial. All right, so yeah, and then another thing before I get going, we are also doing a 20% Mother's Day promotion for Mother's Day, obviously. So 20% off, you use discount code MOM20 at checkout on our website, KOVRAS.com. You get 20% off all of our products, okay? So check that out, and that sale ends on Sunday, which is Mother's Day at midnight. So I hope you guys go ahead, check that out, get yourself some hair and skin healthy products. Without any further ado, let's go ahead, let's get started, all right? Again, we're doing a textured crew cut with a burst fade. So I'm going to start with the burst fade on the sides and back, and then I'm going to finish off with texturizing the top, and then I'll style it as well toward the end. So you'll see the whole thing. Hopefully my phones don't die, otherwise you'll be able to watch the whole thing. So without any further ado, let's get to it. I've got the T9 trimmers here. These were like $10 off of Amazon. So if anybody wants to grab these, I believe I put them in my Amazon storefront, which should be linked on, honestly, all platforms. My Amazon storefront's like 10 bucks. And then I have the Glaker clippers here. And then the little $10 guards that I got right here, which are actually really phenomenal. These little guards from Amazon, also 10 bucks. And there's more in the closet, but these are just the ones that I'm using today. All right, let's do it. Ready? So the first guideline, I'm going to be putting in with the trimmers. I'm going to be going in with a horizontal bald line. And then once I get toward the back, just past my ear, I'm going to do a nice vertical line going straight down. So it should literally be like a perfect square, what's it called again? I forget what it's called. But just go perfectly horizontal and then perfectly vertical. And then that's pretty much it for the guideline. So let's go ahead, let's do it. All right, you guys ready? Let's do it too. All right. So let's go up with the trimmers. A little bit further back. All right, and then a straight line. See how I'm literally just past the ear? That's exactly where I want to be. Not sure if you guys can see it on. Just past the ear, and then do a straight line. Okay. Cool. So really simple. Again, I like to take my time with the first guideline because it really does set yourself up for success. It just sets a nice little foundation for the haircut. So that's just one thing I really like to do is just really take my time for the first guideline. And then afterwards, it gets a little bit easier. So you gotta set the foundation right. Let's do the same thing on the left side. A little bit further. All right. Let me just double check, make sure it looks okay. Ooze, what's up, dude? Alex, man, you got me into cutting my own hair. I appreciate you a ton. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. I got a trimmer today. Nice. Hopefully it's a good one. So this is the right side. And then this is the left side. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's keep it going. Okay, so for the next guideline, we're going to be doing the clippers with the no guard lever open. All right, so we've got no guard on the clipper, lever open. All right, this is lever closed, this is lever open. So we're going to leave it at lever open, and we're going to go about a pinky's width, which is about 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch for the guideline. Okay, so every single guideline that I'm going to be putting in will be roughly around 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. Is a no guard open the same as a half closed? It's like slightly off by like the tiniest amount. Like they should be basically the same, but they're slightly different. Yeah, that the half guard lever closed is still slightly like a very, very, very small amount longer than the no guard lever open. But usually I think it's like it's so like tiny enough that it's very hard for you to even see the difference depending on like your hair type, right? But for me, you know, that's why I have my clipper zero gapped, and typically it does a pretty good job that way. But sometimes the hard line still shows up. But anyway, let's get to it. Lever open. All right. Same thing on the back. Make sure you're going against the grain. My hair grows sideways toward the back here on the bottom, so I got to go against the grain. Okay, that should be fine. Now we do the same exact thing on the left side, okay? Okay. So that's both of those guidelines done. Let me just sweep this here inside the sink. Fran says that haircut doesn't suit you. I'm not done yet. It looks great on you. Wait, what? Wait, what? What'd you say? Antique. What's up, Antique? Yo, Alex, my organic clay came in, loving it. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, dude. Hey, if you haven't written a review on it yet, you should have gotten an email saying to leave a review. If you do leave a written review, I'll give you 15% off your next order. And if you leave a review with a photo with the jar in your hand, I'll give you 30% off your next order. So it's just a really cool way to incentivize getting more reviews. So again, if you write a review, it's 15% off. I'll email you personally. And then if you write a review with a photo, it's 30% off your next order. So if you like it that much, feel free to leave a review and I'll personally send you an email with the discount code. Arsha, where can I buy your hair clay? Yeah, 100%. Kouras.com. KOVRAS.com is the website to get some of my products. Ready? And this is, I'm in the middle of like moving, so I'm packing a bunch, but this is our high hold organic clay. High hold matte finish, right? So this is just one, we have three. So we have a high hold matte finish, medium hold matte finish, and a low hold matte finish. And then we also have our Organic Balm, which is our moisturizing balm, which is what I use pretty much every day for my face, my neck, my scalp, which has really helped with my seborrheic dermatitis. Recovering Oreo addict, how do I heal my seborrheic dermatitis? I've got a video coming out tomorrow morning on YouTube. Well, pretty much everywhere, but YouTube specifically for the main video. And I highly recommend you save it 9 a.m. tomorrow morning Eastern time. A really, really incredible video that I created. It took me like a month to make. Is coming out tomorrow morning. So if you struggle with seborrheic dermatitis, eczema, psoriasis, watch that video and literally follow what I'm saying, and hopefully things work out the way that they have for myself. Steven Ramos, what's up, man? I'm cutting my hair right now. Me too. That's funny. All right, next, we're gonna be going in with the number 1 guard, lever open. All right, so again, the guideline staying with the lever open, number 1 guard, lever open. This is the 3mm lever open. All right, same thing, about a pinky's width. Okay, that should be fine. Now I can jump over to the left side. No, why did I just do that? I've got all types of hair in my hand, and then I just rub my nose. That's genius. Rit Babu on Instagram says, when are you shaving your head? I'm excited. In a few weeks, it'll be the shortest you'll probably ever see it until we hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Benny, I sent you a message in TikTok. Can you respond? I will do my best to remember. I'm not really the best at responding on TikTok. I usually do a good job of responding on Instagram. But I will try to remember. Okay, so let's go left side now. Same thing. Okay, that's good. Take the one off. And then we got one more guard after this. What did you say? Keep the phone left side. Yeah, I can only I don't know, man. I don't know. We need something going on with technology or something to be able to have like a rotating camera. You know, it'd be cool. That would be if I could have like a rotating camera, so you guys could follow along with the left side and then the right side. That'd be cool. I don't know. Maybe you guys can create some sort of rotating contraption if you guys are like an engineer, and you can hook me up. As long as it can fit with the tripod, then we can make it work. May I ask why you're fading up instead of fading down? It's just way easier. It's way easier fading up. Fading down, I've tried it a few times, and every single time I've failed. It's like really difficult to fade going down. Like I need the guidelines, I need the structure, I need the organization that it brings. Yeah, fading down is tough. Fading down is very tough. Okay, last guard. We've got the number 2 guard right here. All right, number 2, lever open. All right, same thing. Now with the number 2 guard, I'm gonna try to do a little bit of freehanding because I'm not too sure how long, if the hair is long enough, but I'm always gonna do a little bit of flicking out toward the top just so it blends it in a little bit better. So I'm still gonna go up about a pinky's width, but I might go a little bit higher using some freehanding to just kind of fade away or flick out at the same exact time. Notice how I'm doing a little bit of freehanding. Okay, now for the back. Okay. That looks fine. Now remember, we still have all those hard lines that we need to get rid of, but the first step that I always do is put in the guidelines first and then I fade afterwards. This is the number 2 guard, yes. This is the number 2 guard, 6mm, lever open, right? Remember, I follow the same exact guideline sequence for pretty much every haircut, so if you ever need help, you can always check out any of my other videos as well. So I pretty much do the same exact sequence every single self haircut. This way I don't like confuse everybody. Okay, so now let's jump over to the left side, do the same exact thing. Okay, let's see. Oh, I got a mean white hair right there. Hello. Let me try and pluck that out. How's that look? Okay, that's fine. So let's take off the number 2 guard, and then that should be it. Let me just clean off the hair on the vanity. I'm sure I missed something. Dewey, what's up, man? RJ, what's going on? Oh, give me one sec. Did I miss a question on Instagram? No, I didn't. Okay. May I ask what type of clippers you use, like the brand? Yeah, these are the Glakers. These are the Glakers. I got them like 2 or 3 years ago from TikTok, in the TikTok shop. But you can also get them on Amazon, and they're in my Amazon storefront link, which should be linked in the bio. Benny, I like how your scalp changed. Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, the largest percentage reason why the largest percentage reason why my scalp has gotten better is because of my moisturizing balm or Organa Balm, and I've got 3 different variations. But I've got a video coming out tomorrow on YouTube at 9 a.m. Eastern time if you want to check that one out. It's a very good video. It took me like a month to make. Took me so many hours of editing and filming and background videos and photos. It took forever to make. I think it's a great video and you'll really like it. So definitely stay tuned for tomorrow, 9 a.m. to check that one out. Okay, what did I say I was gonna do? Here, I got a white hair on the top of my head. You guys probably can't see it, but I'll see if I can grab it. I got my tweezers right here. Let me see if I can grab it. A mean white hair. Wait, where is it? Do I have it? Yeah, there it is. Got him. I got 2. Not sure if you can see it, but I got 2 of them. See that? I got 2 hairs. One of them is the white hair. Cool. Let's move forward. All right, so now we can go in and start fading in all of these hard lines. So the first hard line, we're going to be using the no guard lever halfway, and we're just going to be softening up the hard line. Okay? The no guard, he said, that's me. Gotta grab the white hair solo. Yeah, exactly. When you hit 30, it's like, bam, white hairs. Anyway, we're going to be going to remove this hard line. We're starting out with the lever halfway, and then we're going to go, so that's step number 1. Step number 2 is lever closed, and then step number 3, if I need to, I'll go back to the trimmer. Okay, so it's usually like a 2 or a 3-step process to remove the bald line. Okay, so let's just bear with me here. So this is about halfway. And then this should remove about 50% of the hard line. So let's do a little bit of a flick out motion, okay? Hold the ear down. If you want, you can stretch out the skin. Okay, now the same thing on the left side. All right, there's that. So that was step number 1. Now let's move to step number 2. Okay, let's go. Step number 2 is with the lever closed. All right, completely closed. And we're doing pretty much the same exact thing, just flicking out the hard line. We start from underneath. We go up, we hit it, and then we flick away, all right? Stretching out the skin will help a lot, just in case, you make a wrong move with your hand, you've stretched out the skin, so you've, what's it called? Yo, TikTok, stop with your corruption, please. Go away. Um, you stretch out the skin a little bit so that it elongates the guideline, so it limits the amount of risk that you're taking with your self haircut. Right? Okay, that side wasn't bad. Yeah, one thing I really hate about TikTok, man, it's like in 1 second, you've got like 70 people watching your stream, and then it sends you a notification like, oh, you're like taking people off the platform. So then it reduces the amount of people by like 50, 60%. And it's like, bro, they need to stop having their whole business run by AI. Okay. Just look through your page, seeing you've done a buzz cut, I'm going to tune in for sure. Yeah, the new buzz cuts are coming soon too, but I've got plenty of old ones. Bringing back the buzz cut. The buzz cut's coming back pretty soon, yeah. In the next, I'd say within the next month, we'll have another buzz cut going on. All right, let's go. Let's continue here. That pretty much got rid of, I'd say, like 95% of the hard line. I'm gonna have to go back and do some detail work anyway, so I'll leave it the way that it is for now. Now I'll go in with the half guard, lever closed, to hit the second hard line here. Right, so we got the half guard, which will be lever closed. All right, lever closed, lever closed, lever closed. Same thing. Flick out motion. That should be fine for now. Now let's jump over to the left side. I feel like I'm in class, taking notes in my head. I'm like, yes, that's for the second guideline. That's funny, man. Yeah, remember, I have my entire like self-haircut course for free on YouTube, right? If anybody, it was a $200 course that I've literally made free thanks to my brand Kouras, right? For being the sponsor for making the course now free. So you can literally go to my YouTube channel, click on any YouTube video, and at the bottom of the description of every YouTube video, there's a unlisted YouTube link with my free course. In the course, you'll be sent to a Google Drive. Also, if you click on the link in the actual playlist, and there'll be a whole document, like a bunch of different documents and PowerPoints and PDFs that have a whole bunch of really good information so that you don't even have to take notes. All of the stuff that you're looking for is literally there. So again, it's all free. You don't have to worry about paying anything. It's sponsored by my hair and skin healthy brand, Kouras. So you don't need to do any more work. I got you covered. All right, so let's go with the left side now. Same thing, half guard, lever closed. A little bit more. Okay, detail work can fix that. So is that good? That should be fine. Let's go with the final guard. The orange guard here is the half guard. This is the half guard, and I use the lever closed. So that the orange guard is the half guard. Now I'm going to be going in with the 1.5 guard. Lever closed. All right, hopefully you guys can see that. Let me just clean my clippers real fast. All right, ready? So now to get rid of the last hard line right here, well, it's not the last, there's a little bit one up here, which I can use with a thinning shears, get rid of that. 1.5 to get rid of this hard line, which is like the biggest one that we have left. All right. I just dirtied up my mirror. Katie, what's up, Katie? Dewey, I will get back to your questions. Let me see. Hold on, sorry. Back to front. Oh, you wrote a lot. Oh, I'm not. If it's a really long question, I'm not going to be able to get to it right now. I'm going to have to answer that when I'm like almost done. If you don't wet the hair during the first cut, it will end up looking too blown box. Yeah, I'm gonna have to answer your question toward the end. It's a little bit too lengthy. What will you use on top? Charlie says, what will you use on top? I'm gonna be basically just texturizing the top. The length isn't too bad. It's maybe like an inch, almost like 1.5 inches on top. So I'll be texturizing the top a lot, and then I'll style it as well with my with organic clay as like the base, and then I'll use my texturizing powder, which is just like, you know, a product that I've created for myself. For now, it's only 4 ingredients. It's really good, but it has like a drying effect, which that's why I have to use organic clay, which is like moisturizing as a base, because I've got a dry scalp. So let's go ahead, let's finish off this last little hard line right here with the 1.5. Okay, let's go ahead and do the left side. Did you ever fade using just 2 guards, the half and the 1.5? I have, yeah, it's on YouTube. Well, I mean, everything that I've ever done is also on TikTok and Instagram, but it's just easier to find on YouTube because it's a search engine. But yeah, if you want to type in half and 1.5 guard self haircut, Alex Kouras, you'll find that on YouTube. Officer Torres, yo man, what's up? Where are you living? Currently, I am in Florida. Okay, let's go ahead, let's finish the left side real quick. How's that? Over here. Okay. All right. Now we can go in and start doing some of that detail work on the sides and back. Let's see. Why do they say AI? Who? What's up with that weird question that I always see? This is not live, right? This is AI? Bro, it's not AI. What are you talking about? If I'm sitting here answering a million questions, how's it AI? JF says, how old are you? I am 30. I'm 30 years old. Samumu says, Shavir. The AI is getting better. I guess that would explain it, right? Or it's just a really stupid thing. Anyway, sorry. He put the American flag emoji. That's funny. Yes, sir. I'm 30 years old. Believe it or not. Okay. Now, where are my thinning shears? Yeah, see, that's one thing that I'm very. This is why, like, it's like, dude, I'm live streaming right now. This isn't AI. I'm literally live streaming, and like you can see the phones in the mirror, the reflection. I've got 3 different live streams going on. All right. Anyway, I get frustrated with this whole AI nonsense. Okay. Well, I just saw a question somewhere. Katie, how do you like it, Florida? I love Florida. Florida's amazing. I never want to leave. Never want to leave. I've lived in Jersey my entire life for the most part, for like 85% of my life, and I never want to go back, other than to like visit any friends or family that live there. Otherwise, I have no desire to go back to New Jersey. It's freezing cold, the weather sucks, and yeah, I'm not a big fan of just the areas and the weather. Most importantly, the weather. Weather sucks. Super bipolar. Anyway, but Florida's way better, even though it's hot. Even though it's a little bit hotter, the weather's better. It's more beautiful. I just like it better overall. So, I'm going to be doing some detail work. This is the thinning shears, right? Notice how the pinky rest. Now, what I like to do is do what I call the reverse thinning shear method, which I put the blade on the bottom, right? Notice how my pinky no longer has the pinky rest. The pinky rest is here. And then I just point cut directly on the fade. Wherever I see any hard lines, wherever I see any bulky spots, I'll just take like 5, 10, 15 minutes max and just do a little bit of detail work, whatever I feel like I need to do to make the fade look a lot cleaner, right? You don't need to do this if you don't want to, but I like to do it because I think it makes the fade look a lot more gradient, nice and smooth. So let's go ahead, let's get to it. Right, and it's a really easy way that's very risk-free to put scissors against your head and, you know, blend out the fade. So let's get to it. You might not be able to see once I turn my head. Hopefully you will. Right, remember with thinning shears, only about 20% of the hair is actually getting cut. Right? So they're basically safety scissors. You have nothing to worry about with these guys. And I can use the thinning shear over comb method for the top part. This is just really for the fade, to make the fade look a little bit better. Let's rotate the mirror a little bit so I can see a little bit better. Where do I need to go? Right here a little bit. A little bit right here. A A little bit right here. I think that's fine for now. Okay, now let's go to the left side. Why does it look like there's like really dark hairs right here? Okay, anyway, left side. Hold on, my audio mic is getting in the way. All right, we're almost there. Just a few more that I can see, but it's turning out pretty solid. Just a little bit more. That's gonna get cut off anyway. Why am I doing that? Okay, that looks fine. All right. How much battery do I have left on this? 62. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, we're good. Is it hard to learn self-haircut? I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Yes, it is. But again, anything that is difficult will be worth doing long term, right? It might suck short term, but it'll be really great long term, right? I've been cutting my own hair for 17 years. For the first 5 years, 6 years, I only gave myself little basic buzz cuts with like the number 4 or the number 5 guard, and then a little lineup. So yeah, it is hard, but that's why, you practice and you do it a lot. The more you do it, the better you'll get, right? Simple ways of life, right? So I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, but it does get a lot easier. Once you understand the foundation of how cutting your hair works, it does become easier, right? I've had plenty of students of mine that literally learned how to cut their own hair after like 2 or 3 haircuts, right? It's like, it all depends on the individual as well. Do you read chat at all? I do read the chat. That's what I'm doing right now. Ampe says, amazing. Wow. Hello. That's funny. All right. I did that. That's fine. Let's do some thinning shear over comb now and blend it into the longer lengths on top. And then of course the back part as well. Okay, so now I've got my comb. Hold on one sec. I've got my comb. Hold on one sec. Right, usually with the thinning shear over comb technique, I like to use the wider section of the comb, right, the wider tooth, and then I hold my thinning shears like normal with my pinky in the pinky rest, and then I'll just slowly go ahead and cut as I slowly go up with the comb. All right, ready? So nice and slow, slowly go up with the comb as you slowly cut with the thinning shears. All right. And then we go here. Do a little bit more. Let's go this side so I can see a little bit better. Okay. Now for the back part, I like to grab the bottom and then slowly go up. Okay. That looks pretty good. Cool, and then I'm gonna put the V in toward the end. So as soon as I finish with the thinning shears over comb, I'm gonna put in the V. So I'm gonna give myself that nice line up, and then I'll go ahead and touch up the top. Okay, let's go left side. Opa. Hold on, guys. I'll answer your questions in just a second. Okay, that's fine. Let's do the bottom. How's that? Hold up. Do you use two-way mirrors? Do you mean three-way mirrors? I use one, well, I use two mirrors, but one obviously comes with the bathroom. Give me one sec. I'll show you. Is that okay? I can go a little bit more right there. Give me one sec, I'll show you. Okay, yeah, that's better. Okay, ready? Here, let me show you. I get asked this question every single live stream for the most part. This is the mirror setup that I use, all right? This is literally a $7 mirror. I get it from Walmart, and Target sells it also. So Target and Walmart sell this little like 13-inch by 4-foot mirror, and then all I do is I put it on top of my vanity and I angle it at like a 30-degree angle, and then I use the big main mirror here in the bathroom, which is maybe like 4 feet wide by maybe 3 or 4 feet tall. And then I use the main mirror, and then I rotate this mirror as needed. So I only use those two mirrors, right? And it's literally, the mirror setup is literally $7. And I see everything. I've got plenty of room for my arms, right? I'm 5'8", so I got a pretty big, pretty large wingspan for the tiny space that I have here in this bathroom. So there's plenty of room for you to move around your arms and whatnot for $7, right? You can't, there's nothing really better. And I have a video on that as well on YouTube. It's called The Best Mirror Setup for Self Haircuts. That's on YouTube. Okay, so now what I can do is the line up. So let me grab my headband so I can do my forehead, C cups, and then I'll do the back line as well. Let me get my headband here. All right, one sec. Where's my headband? Headband, ¿dónde estás? All right, ready? So we got the headband. Let's push the hair back, just like this. See how I have a little bit of hair getting all crazy by the forehead lineup? Let's go ahead and straighten this out. So what I like to do is use my scissors, which I got from Target about 15 years ago, and I'll just go ahead and do my lineup like this. So I'll put this up so you guys can see. I'll stand here. Let me just fix this. All right, and then I'll just cut all these hairs. The lighting isn't that great. And I am going to be doing a buzz cut pretty soon. So I know the hairline's a little bit wonky. So it'll get fixed when I do the buzz cut. So if anything, that's proof that I'll be doing it pretty soon. Let me just put it up one more time. should be okay for now. Can always touch that up in a little. Let me just fix this. Okay, let's put it back up. And then let's grab the trimmers and let's go ahead and do the C cup. Okay, ready? You see this? Okay. So there's that. Let's go ahead and do the left side. Okay, that looks good. So now for the interesting part, I see a few hairs. Let me just cut those real quick. All right. And then one little trick that I like to do also for the brush, notice how the brush has hairs going all over the place. Not sure if you can see that, but I got one right here. What I like to do, stretch it out. Whenever the hairs get all wonky, I like to cut them like this. Straighten it back out. Okay, and now we're good. All right, so now I'm gonna be doing the lineup on the back. So let me go ahead and clean up the vanity for a second here, so I can sit. All right. Ready? Lep says, what buzz length are you going for? You're gonna have to wait and find out. You're gonna have to wait and find out in like 2 weeks. In like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, we'll be live doing the buzz cut again. How do you use thinning shears on top of your head? Well, it depends really what you're trying to do with them. If you're just trying to thin out your hair, do exactly what I did by my part line, right? When I thinned out this area, it blended it in nice, but it also softened up the hair, so the hair feels a lot lighter. For the length on top, yeah, same thing. If you want to soften it up, lighten it up, you can just do thinning shear over comb, just going through the entire top. Otherwise, you know, if you want to thin it out, you can also use like texturizing scissors. You can use the normal scissors, which is what I'm about to do, and just do point cutting, like peaks and valleys to thin it out. But that also adds texture. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, but for too bulky hair on top. Yeah, if it's too bulky, you can also just texturize it, which is basically what I'm going to be doing right now. You could also just go through with like the bottom, like hold it like this with your pinky off the pinky, the pinky rest. If you with your pinky off the pinky rest, hold it like this and just literally guide it through and cut in both directions, right? That also helps thin out your hair also, or just debulk it. Not thin it out, but you know what I'm saying. Debulk it so that it's not super thick. Okay, before I touch up the top, let's go ahead, let's do the back. All right, so last week I did a little bit of a line. So I'm gonna do the same exact thing. Let's see if I can make it look nice this week also. So let's try and match that. All right, let's see what I can do. So I have the trimmers, and I'm just gonna follow the same exact line. Well, do my best. Let's lower this down. There we go. Okay, I can blend that in a little bit better. Let me just brush it off. Okay, do the same thing on this side. Hold up. Are you cutting the back or is it a burst? Yeah, we're doing the burst fade today. But I am doing a V on the back. Let's see. I already know I'm gonna have to go through it one more time, but let's just see what I need to adjust. Yeah, the line needs to get more pointy. We need to point out the line. Okay. Right now it looks more oval. I want to point it a little bit. Okay, so let's do that. Let's bring it in. Let's make it nice and pointy. So this part is probably the hardest part out of the entire haircut. Let's see. All right, let's see what I can do here. Let's see this. And plus, I'm not really using the best trimmer. That also doesn't help. Let's clean that up. Opa. See, if I'm not paying attention. All right. Let's do the same thing on the left side. Let me see. I think right there is the center. Right? I think so. Hold up. Let's see. I think that's centered. Let me see. I hope that's centered. Yeah, I can fix, the line needs to get fixed a little bit on the right side. But I think for the most part it is centered. It's a little crooked though. Let me try to fix it out. This is, like I said, this is like the hardest part. Trying to get this V to come, to be really good. It's like the hardest part here. Okay. So a little bit there. Bring that in a little bit more. All right, let's see. Okay, I hope that worked. You can see how difficult it is to do the back right there. Okay. I think that's good. Yeah, that looks a lot better now. Yes, that does look a lot better now. Can you see that? That looks way better now. All right. Cool. I think let me just go through with the trimmers on the bottom part of my neck to get all the hairs out right here. And then I'll go ahead and start styling. All right, that's good. Well, actually, no, not styling. We're not styling just yet. I still have to do the top. Okay. Ready? Now we can go ahead and start doing the top. So this part should be pretty self-explanatory. Let me put the cameras up a little bit so you can see. Let's do that. All right. Let's go up a little bit more. All right. Here's my comb. Let me just grab some water real fast. Okay, so for the top, the length it's okay, but I'm gonna be doing a lot of texturizing, which should shorten it a little bit while also creating texture. So I'm basically gonna cut the entire length on top, maybe a little bit toward the back right here. Maybe not, because the texture is really just for the top part, and the hair is not really long enough back here yet. So I'm going to leave the back, I guess, and I'll just texture the front a little bit more. So to do that, we're going to be using our normal comb, right? I like to use this side, and then some actual scissors, okay? Some normal hair cutting scissors. And what I'm going to be doing is pulling up sections, and then I'm going to be point cutting straight down, right, at a slight angle. So if you guys can see, I'm going to be cutting straight down at an angle, right? About a 45-degree angle, as you'll see. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's do this, and let's get started. I'll start in the back, and then work my way going forward. So I'll take pretty much all this hair, and I'll just start hitting it from an angle like that. You see how it has those weird little ridges? That's how I'm doing it, right? If you guys can see that. See all the little texture that I just added? Okay, see how there's like little peaks and valleys? That's what we're going for throughout our entire head. And that's how you add texture. Okay, same thing. Just like that. And we're just going to go starting from the back on one side, work our way over into the other side. Let's grab the far corner. Now I can work our way to the front or toward the middle. You guys can see this, right? Let me rotate the camera. Okay, go toward the middle. Bring it back over to this side. All right, and then the far side. Okay, I can do this part right here a little bit better. Right here. All right, now we can do the front. And of course, just be careful with your fingers. And hair falling in your face. A little bit right here. Okay. Did I miss any spots? Okay. All right. I think that's fine. Okay. So now, shake off the hair because we're going to go ahead and style. All right. Let me clean my face. Okay, let's do it. You guys ready? Very good. Lucian, dang man, I'm sorry to hear that. He says I'm going bald all over my head from 18. Yeah, I knew a few people from high school, and then even into college, a few people that were like 20 years old, already like massively balding. Yeah, I'm sorry, man, that sucks. All right, ready? So to style my hair, let me just go ahead and do this. I have my texturizing powder here, and I'm going to be combining it with organic clay, which is my high hold matte finish product. So first I'm going to put on organic clay, which is great because it's moisturizing. So it's not that my head's not going to feel super dry, you know, later today or even tomorrow. So I add this first to moisturize my scalp, and then I apply the texturizing powder because it's very, very super matte finish. So let's go ahead and grab about a pea-sized amount. Okay, just like that. About a pea-sized amount of organic clay. Let's go ahead and put it on my hands, just like this. If you get organic clay as well, it is perfectly normal for it to be grainy. That is perfectly normal, right? Remember, this is a hair healthy product made with all natural ingredients, and there's only 6 ingredients, okay? There's only 6 ingredients, so you don't have to worry. You know, it's not going to be like a synthetic product that has 50 ingredients and that is super, you know, emulsified because it's got fake ingredients that are full of toxins. This is a real product with real ingredients from our earth that is actually good for your hair and your skin. Okay, nice and creamy, just like that. Okay, let's go ahead. Once it's emulsified, we can apply it to our hair. Get the back, get the sides. All right. I'll do a little bit more. Let's grab a tiny bit more. Just like that's fine. Put the lid on. Okay. It's about like half a pea-sized amount. Emulsify it. Okay, nice and creamy. All right, and let's put this in my hair as well. Let's go down. Let's do the back. All right. So that right there, that alone has a nice texture, but I want to use the texturizing powder today. So what I can do, okay, take off the lid, open up the little guy here, right? And it's like a sprinkle, right? You see the little things, got a bunch of little holes in there. So I can sprinkle it on my head. If you can see, not sure if you can. So I'll just go in, I'll cover my eyes, and I'll just sprinkle a bunch of the product. I got it all over my shirt. Let's see. I use a decent amount. All right, so that's good. See how it's like snowing now? And then once I put it in, all right, you see that? I look like a powdered donut. Massage it in. Just like this. I gotta get it off my shirt. Let's keep my hair down today. What I got on my forehead. Okay. All right, I think that looks good. Sleek. Yeah, a lot of the powder hasn't fallen into the hair, so I gotta shake it up a little bit. Okay. What do you guys think? Did I accomplish the textured burst fade like I set out to? Let's close this up. My shirt's all powdery now. Can I wipe this down, please? All right. What do you guys think? Let's see, right there. I can't really see too well. Got that nice textured look. Pretty simple. And then the back and the sides, so I'll show you the left side. So we got that nice textured crew cut burst fade. All right. Nice and easy. Well, actually, wasn't the easiest, but you know. I think it turned out pretty nice. What do you guys think? And then I'll go ahead and answer your questions now. And then this is the right side. Cool, I think it turned out good. I like it. I always like these types of hairstyles. I really enjoy the burst fade. I like having the bulk in the back. I also like having some textured looks. I think they look nice. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. Cool. Okay. There we go. All right, that's it. That's the haircut. What's up, Mario? Appreciate you, man. Thanks for joining the live. Clab Strin says the haircut's fire. Nice. Truth says pretty good. Can you do a frohawk next? I don't know if I can even do that. That's a tough one. Lucian says you should let it grow a bit and it will be perfect. Yeah, right? It's too bad that a lot of people want me to do the buzz cut, so guess what? It's gonna get cut pretty soon. Let's see. There was a question earlier that I wanted to answer. So I'm just scrolling back through the chat here. Yeah, Dewey. After that, attach the half guard, set the lever to half open, dry your hair. Ah, okay. You were just writing down the steps of the haircut. Okay. We need a buzz cut 2026. You will be getting one. What is the best number for beard trimming? I mean, there's no best one. It just depends on what you're going for. I want to see the crew cut where it's brushed forward and the front is up like a quiff, but a shorter version with it number 8, 1 inch on top. It's pretty similar to what I did 2 weeks ago. Getting shorter and shorter. I see the buzz cut coming. Yes, sir. It's coming soon. Coming to a theater near you. Bro, I need your help on this. You ignored this on your stream yesterday. I don't know if I ignored it. Maybe I just didn't see it. Anyways, I bought the $7 mirror from Walmart, but it's actually $12 in Canada. Okay. The mirror is actually pretty good, but the problem is I have horrible lighting. How do I fix that? Yeah, you've got to buy new light bulbs. 5000K LED light bulbs. Those are the best for cutting your hair. Like right now, I've got 2 light bulbs, 5000K LED light bulbs. If you want, you can get more, but that's how I do it. Right? Usually, I'll have another big light over here, but right now I only have literally just those 2 light bulbs. Should I buy haircut material to learn how to cut my hair or go to the barbers? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't answer that question for you. If you're okay with going to the barbers, keep going to the barbers. But if you really want to learn, by all means you can. And guess what? It's free. Right? I've got plenty of tutorials and videos for you to check out so you can learn for free. It's just going to cost you what? Time and energy to learn the skill. Lucian says, your last name is Greek, isn't it? It is. Yes, sir, or ma'am, I can't tell. Yes, I am Greek. All right, did I miss anything here? What was that? That was weird. Okay. So before I get going here, just so you guys know, I am in the middle of moving. So where I'm going next, I'm still going to be staying in Florida, but I am moving, so that's why it's been very difficult for me to like jump on the live streams recently. So I've been traveling back and forth and dropping, furniture and clothes and stuff off. So the internet that I have here in Miami is fiber optic internet, and I'm not so sure if where I'm going, the internet will be as powerful. So if I do live streams, I really hope that they're not blurry for you guys in the next one. Otherwise, I have to stop doing the live streams because the internet connection might not be as good, and just film them like I would normally do them, and then just post like an hour and a half long video. So I don't want to do that, but I'm just giving you guys like the forewarning right now that I might have to, depending on if the internet connection is good enough to hold live streams in like 1080p or not. So I'm just giving you guys that little heads up. B-Main says, looks great, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. Dimitris says, are you Greek really, bro? I am. Yes, I am Greek. I'm half Greek, half Portuguese. Let's see. And thanks. Also, bro, I asked AI to make you clean shaven, and wow. Yeah, I know. I probably look like I'm like 15, which is really funny. I do have clippers with a lever, but can't refresh my tape at home. I messed up every time. Patience, brother, patience. Take it nice and slow. If you have the best lighting, you can see, like if you need glasses or contacts, put them in. You need the best lighting, right? Multiple light bulbs, 5000K LED, and then a good mirror setup. You should be okay. And then just take your time, drink some water, make sure the AC is on so it's nice and cool, and then yeah, you're good to go, man. Shouldn't be there. There's a bunch of things you got to get going on. Καταλαβαίνεις ελληνικά, λίγο. Δεν μιλάω ελληνικά. I'm learning a little bit, but it's very difficult language to learn. I can read Greek, but speaking is very difficult. I was never taught how to speak Greek, but I can read it and I can understand well. Just don't start talking to me as if you're like, Speedy Gonzalez, just da 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 da. I will never get anything you say. But yeah. Anyway, you guys, yeah, so check it out. We've got the Mother's Day sale going on. It ends Sunday at midnight Eastern time. You get 20% off. any of the Kouras products, so that's whether it's my skin products, my moisturizing balm, or my hairstyling products, right? Organic clay, wax and cream, organic balm, you get 20% off. Share it to your mom, your aunt, grandmother, whoever would enjoy these types of products. You know, you get 20% off this weekend, and it ends on Sunday evening. So take advantage of it because we don't do sales that often. But I just want to give, you know, shouts out to all the mothers out there because I already know how difficult it is and how annoying you can be as a son. So I can imagine the, you know, love and stress it is to be a mother. So check that out if you guys want to check it out. Also, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, I have a brand new dandruff seborrheic dermatitis video coming out because as you guys have seen, my scalp is like 95% like way better today than what it has been in the past. As you guys have probably seen, my skin condition is like way under control. It's super like good now. My skin looks phenomenal. Like it looks almost normal. And in the video tomorrow morning on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, you will see exactly how I've been able to achieve my skin not having incredible amounts of dandruff or seborrheic dermatitis anymore. And if you also suffer from like psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, that could be a great video for you to check out as well, okay? Seborrheic dermatitis sucks. It's chronic. It's a disease. It will last with you forever. But over the past, I don't know, handful of months, I've been doing the same thing every single day, and I've still yet to have any major flare-ups. So it seems to be what I'm doing now is actually working really well. So hopefully, if you implement what I'm going to be teaching you tomorrow, every single day the same way that I have, hopefully it works exactly the same way for you like it has for me. So please stay tuned for that video. I worked very hard on it and I think you're going to learn a lot in tomorrow's video. So definitely stay tuned for that one. Where to buy the products? Yeah, good question. The link is in the description, or you can just go to KOVRAS.com. Okay, KOVRAS.com to check out the products. What was the other question? These products are better than based. I mean, I don't know if you've tried both or not. I don't recognize the name, but yeah, for sure, man. My products only have 6 ingredients, or at least the hairstyling products only have 6 ingredients. The balms are 7 ingredients because I had to add jojoba oil in there. But yeah, they're hair healthy, skin healthy. They're non-comedogenic, so you won't get pimples or acne because of them. And I put it on my face literally every single day, 7 days a week. In the morning, I leave it on for about 10 to 12 hours every single day. Wash it off at night when I'm in the shower, and that's it. It's really simple. And it works because it's on my face and my scalp for so long every single day, right? It's not like a shampoo. You put it on for 30 seconds and then it washes off. This is literally on my face for 10 plus hours every single day. So, yeah. Okay, I got seborrheic dermatitis from Topical Solutions. Yeah, check out tomorrow's video. I think it'll help. I think it'll be a little eye-opening, I think, as well. Idanor, I've been cutting my own hair for over 14 years. Nice. Yeah, dude, almost as long as me. Long time. Your channel is just a pure pleasure and perhaps the only one that shows self-haircutting in the most invest way. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, man, it's a tough skill to learn. I've been doing it for so long, and I'm glad you appreciate it because it's a really tough skill overall, but once you get good at it, you can literally give yourself whatever haircut you want, and it's really fun. Let's see. Okay, thanks. We need to promote your products. Yeah, that'd be amazing. I'd love that. Yeah, man, whatever you guys can do to help, I'd really appreciate any support. You know, I've created both of these products as a way to solve my own problems. Like, we never had a hair healthy hairstyling product on the market until what, me and maybe like a few other brands, right? And then my products are also in glass and with aluminum lids, so there's no cheap plastics or microplastics in the product. So I've solved my hairstyling problem with my hairstyling products, and then I solved my skin problems with my balm. So really excited about that. So and now I'm sharing it with you guys. Awaken. What's your diet like now? It's very similar to what it was 2 years ago when I made that diet video. A little bit different. I mean, I still can eat all of the things that I ate 2 years ago in that video, but I just changed it a little bit. But to give you like an idea, and I'll make another video on this in the future if you guys want to. I actually talk about it tomorrow in tomorrow's video that's coming out. But for the most part, I still eat a pound of ground beef every single day. So that's a pound of ground beef. I have about 5 or 6 organic pasture-raised eggs every day. I have a bunch of Greek yogurt, organic Greek yogurt. I have milk. I have honey, which is raw and unfiltered honey. I have some cheeses like Manchego, Parmigiano Reggiano, or even Gruyere, which are all raw cheeses. I have plantains, bananas, oranges, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, what else? Other types of fruits, kiwis, mangoes. I'll have, what else do I have? And then some butter to cook with. I'll show you guys the whole fridge in a different video. But that's pretty much the genesis of like the foundation of what I eat. I have olives as well, organic Greek olives from Kalamata, which are basically my snack in the middle of the afternoon if I feel like I need it. Do you ever snack at all? Yeah, I do. So I don't eat. I do have popcorn sometimes with my fiance whenever we're watching a movie, which is maybe like once or twice a month. I'll have a little bit of popcorn. And by a little, I mean like the whole bag. But usually it's popcorn that only has like 2 or 3 ingredients, right? It's like avocado oil, popcorn, and some sea salt, right? I try to find popcorn that's like actually like not terrible ingredients, no seed oils especially. Sweets, I'll have dark chocolate from time to time. My favorite type is like the Theo brand. And then how did I defeat the urges? You know, I've never been a massive like sugar or snacker. I think when I was a child I did, but the second you switch to eating a diet that's more focused on fat and protein, you kind of get rid of urges very easily because you're now way more satiated and you don't feel the need to eat anymore. It's like 50 to 55% of my diet right now is literally fat. Like I said, a pound of ground beef, 5 to 6 eggs, and a bunch of like milk and dairy and cheese. Like I have like 50%, 55% of my diet is fat. And then like 30% protein and like 15% is carbs. So that's why I'm able to stay lean. But like people are so scared of fat, and it's just like, bro, fat is the reason why I'm lean. Protein is the reason why I'm lean. And yeah, for urges, like the more protein and the more like animal fat you eat, the less hungry you're going to be, and therefore the less you're going to have the urges to snack and eat things that are like sweet, like candies and sugar and chocolates and whatever. Yeah, I mean, I could talk about this stuff all day. It's really easy, but the problem is we live in a society and a system that's literally been shoving fake synthetic foods everywhere you turn. So you're just like gang busted by this like fake illusory realm of foods that's not even real foods. And it's just like, no wonder you're starving, you're eating all the time. We have skin problems, we have pimples and acne and gut health issues, and we're all diseased. 70% of all Americans are either obese or overweight. It's like, yeah, because we are eating fake foods that aren't actually real. So yeah, eat your grass-fed butter, eat your ghee and beef tallow. Like, stop fearing butter and fats. Fats are healthy for you. It's good for your hormones. It's good for your brain. It keeps you satiated much longer. So please stop listening to the brainwashing in the food industry and eat your fat. Eat your fat and eat your protein, right? As long as it's animal fat, you should be good to go, right? Lots of cheese, lots of dairy, lots of animal meat, chicken thighs, right? Steaks, ground beef, lamb, whatever. Anything that's got a lot of fat and protein, and you're good to go. Avocados, I love avocados. It's a fruit. Avocados are amazing. They're just stupid expensive. Ballin says, hey man, nice to see you. Nice to see you too. Yeah, man, animal fats are underrated for sure. It helps with calories and doesn't bloat me up. Yeah, you never feel bloated. I never ever feel bloated, and that's mostly because of the food that I eat. Yeah. I don't eat any type of major carbs like from grains. The only carbs I get are from my honey and my fruit. And then I think there's a little bit of carbs in dairy, like a very small amount. But fruit, honey, and a tiny bit from dairy. That's the only carbs. I don't get carbs from fake grains that are loaded with glyphosate and they're bleached and whatever. And no seed oils for sure. But you guys will learn a lot tomorrow in the dandruff and seborrheic dermatitis video tomorrow at 9 a.m. You guys will learn a lot. My phone's about to die, so I'm gonna get going right now. Got to clean up this mess, take a shower, and then be on with my day. Yeah, foods mentioned in the Bible are the best foods. Literally, exactly. You said it, and I 100% agree. All right, we're definitely one with God. Right? If you just read the Bible, guess what? You will absolutely never be obese in your life. And you will be healthy, you will be thriving as long as you're eating what God tells you to eat. Right? All the food's literally there. It's real food from the earth and from the animals that God created. Boom, you're done. Right? If you just eat those things that are single ingredient, you're fine. It's really simple, but it's hard today because we're just shoved fake food all the time in our eyes. Anyway, all right, last question. Any supplements and what shampoo do you use? I do not use any supplements. I have no supplements. I am not on any type of testosterone or any type of weird stuff. I literally just get all of my energy from the food that I eat. I sleep about 8 to 9 hours every single day. What else? I exercise 5 to 6 days a week for about 23 minutes each day. You know, lifting, doing push-ups, dumbbells, bicep curls, shoulder presses, everything in my garage for now before I move. Yeah, man, it's really simple. It can be really simple, but we overcomplicate it because we're living in this really tough time. So I'm empathetic for sure. All right, what's your opinion on finasteride? I don't even know what that is, bro. I don't even know what that is. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I have no idea what finasteride is. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. But yeah, check out tomorrow's video. I will be checking the comments probably within the first 24 to 48 hours. Whoever comments, I'll most likely be commenting back. What'd you say? You said it's an anti-hair loss blocking hormone. Oof. I don't know, man. Just off of the sound of that, I'm not a big fan. Anything that alters your hormones, it's like you're slapping God in the face. And I don't like to mess with God because I've seen what he's done to people. So I don't want to mess with my hormones or any of that. I like to do right. But yeah, thanks so much, guys. I appreciate you. Check out the discount for Mother's Day. We got that going on until Sunday at midnight. Hope you guys enjoyed today's self-haircut, learned a lot. It was a lot of fun, giving myself the burst fade, crew cut, textured look. And I'll see you guys next time, all right? God bless. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Enjoy your weekends.